everyone, it's Jaden. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get into the video, I just want to ask you guys to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and please share my videos and like my videos if you like my content. Share them with people that you think might benefit from my information that I'm putting out. That would help me grow my channel a lot and would help me reach more people and improve my videos in the YouTube algorithm. So I really appreciate that. And for today's video, I wanted to share more detailed information on the trembling, twitching, the shaking, the internal vibrating sensation symptoms that I experienced through my adrenal fatigue health recovery. These are symptoms that are frequently asked in my comment section, and also I've made previously videos on these, and those videos on my channel are the most viewed. So I thought, why not go into more depth and give you guys more information on it. First of all, I'm not a medical doctor or a trained therapist for this. I'm simply here to share my experience, hoping that it would bring value, information, and relativity to you guys and what you're going through. This is purely my experience and my own research for your research. So I definitely consult with your own health professional before taking on any health advice. Okay, that being said, let's just go right into the video. These symptoms are very scary because they are associated with certain diseases such as Parkinson's, MS, ALS, and stuff like that, which are fatal and very scary. So first thing to do, I went and got checked out by a doctor for those diseases. The symptoms I was having was not because of those diseases. I did not have those diseases. So that really helped to kind of clear the air with that and move on from there. Rule those out first. I suggest you to do that if you're really, stressing and if you have health anxiety like I do on top of it, make sure to get that out of the way. These symptoms are very irregular, so their frequency and their intensity could vary, and they're very inconsistent. So it's very hard for you to get settled in feeling relaxed and okay when these things happen, because sometimes it happens very small, like the intensity is very low, and sometimes the intensity is very high. Sometimes it happens for a long time, sometimes it happens for a few seconds. It could happen for days, in a row, and sometimes it comes when you're really stressed out, so you think, okay, well, it's probably because I'm stressed, but then sometimes you're not stressed out, it will happen. So it's very hard to track, which puts you in a place where if you have health anxiety about this, you can't get settled. You start to question, like, well, it was like this, but now it's shifted the pattern, so maybe it's something else. Could I be missing something else? Could I, you'll go down a road of anxiety and panic with that. So for me, again, first, rule out all the fatal stuff with your doctor. That's gonna take some anxiety off your back. Two, let me share with you the more details about what I experienced. I would describe it as an internal vibration. Okay, you could feel it on your outer limbs, you could feel it on your face, you could feel it anywhere. You could feel it all over at the same time. It could switch from place to place. The intensity of the vibration and the twitching and the trembling feeling could vary, and also they could be different too. Sometimes it feels like a vibration, sometimes it's an actual twitch on your muscle, sometimes it's like like you're cold, but on the inside. I found that very frequently, and actually this would happen to me every time I took a nap, like as I'm falling asleep and as I'm waking up from a nap. That was the most common time that I would get this symptom. And it'd be super scary because you would wake up to this shake, like there was an earthquake, or sometimes it could also be mixed with heart palpitations. So your heart could be pounding because of another symptom from anxiety and adrenal fatigue. And you'll wake up and you literally feel like your heartbeat's just shaking your body. And then this other symptom that we're talking about with the trembling and the vibration is also mixed in with that. So you just got this bag of insane, and that's just two symptoms. If you're going through this, you all know there is just like 1,000,001 symptoms, and you can't help sometimes. Even if you're a really strong-willed person, it could crack you. Like you just can't get a break. But I'm here to tell you, I have recovered from it, and it was, at the time, I felt like it was impossible. I didn't know how I was gonna go about it, but moment by moment, it just passed. Of course, I did a whole thing of taking care of myself and rebuilding myself, relaxing, and everything I've shared in my other videos. I just want to say that, you know, the best thing to do is to accept that, you know, if you've made sure that this isn't some serious disease, it is anxiety and just the imbalance of your hormones and being overly stressed. You just have to continue to do your stress management, eat well, sleep well, the best you can, take care of yourself, relax, chill, laugh, you know, have a laugh with your friends, play some video games if that makes you happy, do something relaxing, binge watch a Netflix video or Netflix show that is happy and it doesn't make you feel anxious. You know, whatever it works for you, do more of that, and just, you know, rebalance yourself. Keep doing that and ignore that you're still having these symptoms, because on your road to recovery, it's not going to be a very linear uphill climb back to recovery. It's going to be like zigzags, ups and downs, and you just have to ignore it, because the more you pay attention to it, the more your thought gets into it, and the more stress you're going to get, because you're going to get obsessive. And if you have health anxiety like I do, little things can trigger you and throw you off your road to recovery, and you'll be all like, oh no, like, you know, maybe I didn't think it through and I didn't tell the doctor enough details, and maybe no, you know, most of the time, I can't say every time, but most of the time when you obsess like that, it's just your brain playing tricks on you, and it's a habit that you've built. It's a self-defense mechanism to keep yourself safe and to have control, and it's gone out of whack, and that's why you're stressed and you can't stop worrying, because there's something off balance. So take care of yourself and take care of your mental state. Do your best to discipline yourself, to calm down, to be rational. It feels awkward, because if you have health anxiety, you're so used to not being rational and going with obsessive thoughts and decisions that your reality is a little skewed. Like, I had to realize that for myself and really change it. But once I started deliberately implementing that into my lifestyle and my daily routines, I was able to gradually coach and prep myself and train myself out of those habits, implement new healthier habits where I'm not obsessing, and being able to be okay when your thoughts aren't sorted out. Because a lot of the OCD and the health anxiety is that you will obsess until you think that you can, like, organize your thoughts and then you can move on. It's a trap. You will never get everything organized, and that's why you're suffering, and that's why you're creating anxiety. And your brain, because it's still in that mode, it's going to try to manipulate you and talk you into continually being obsessive. And you just, when you've had enough, you'll have the strength to be like, you know what, I can't do this anymore, and I just got to put down these baggages and be okay with moving on without things and my thoughts being perfect, and no, nothing's wrong with me. It's just what I'm going through for my body to recover. This is how my body is coping with stress and being overstressed and overloaded and having hormonal imbalances and anxiety. This is just what comes with it. And gradually, if you continue to live that and accept that and introduce more relaxation, more ease, more rational thoughts, more happy thoughts, more things that makes you happy to think about. Fill your space, fill your mental space, your life with happier, healthier, and productive things. I know it sounds so simple, but if you implement it, gradually you're gonna train yourself back on the right track, and that's when you're gonna see your recovery. And when you're off track, if you're predominantly in that mindset, you won't care. Like, if you go off track, you'll see that it's like, oh yeah, I just had a bad day. Versus if you're in that crazy mindset, going off track, you're gonna be like, oh, I knew I'm going off track. Oh, I knew nothing was gonna work out. And then you're gonna, So it is tough. I'm not gonna lie. It took every ounce of my strength, survival, ability to cope with major challenges. I mean, it took a lot for me to, you know, deal with it and go through it. It changed me forever. It was a huge, powerful experience, impact in my life, and caused me to start a whole YouTube channel and talk about it all the time. And I'm so passionate about it because I'm now talking with quite a few of you, and everyone's going through very similar symptoms, and I totally relate. And it makes me really feel like it was a blessing for me to have gone through it, and therefore I can share my information and hopefully help those of you who are going through it now. Again, these symptoms will pass if your body starts to recover. Okay, the timing on that is going to depend on how many things. I mean, it depends on you, your own chemical makeup, you know, how badly you've been stressed, how long you've been chronically stressed. I mean, it didn't take you 2 weeks to get into this place, so it's not going to just take you 2 weeks to get out of. So keep at it, guys. And I got totally into a other subject. So now let's go back to more of the symptoms. So these symptoms can also feel like a busyness, under your skin, like bugs crawling. Okay, I'm just finding new ways to describe this so that you could relate, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I feel like. So it could feel like waves going under your skin, like you're laying there. Oh, and the more relaxed you are, the more likely you'll feel these sensations. Okay, sometimes you're like, okay, I'm gonna light my candles, I'm gonna stretch, I'm just gonna chill in bed, and that's gonna be good for my anxiety. And that's actually when you'll feel these symptoms, as funny as that is. And for me, I think that is because your subconscious has to catch up. Like you're deliberately being relaxed, but overall you're not relaxed yet. So you got to do more of the relax for your subconscious to catch up. Okay, so a lot of times you'll be laying in bed relaxing, you'll feel these sensations of like this, like, you know, like busyness underneath your skin, in your muscles. And it could, and sometimes it could manifest in like a very specific area that twitches, like your eyelids could twitch, your lips. Like this one time my tongue was twitching. It was like, there was this like nervousness twitching like all over, and it manifested around this area. A week after that, it kind of lowered itself, and it was like I was twitching in my neck. I mean, it was just like, and I just had to sit there and be okay with it moment by moment, and eventually it just passed. For me, it was a lot in my neck and my forearms that had this sensation, but I had it like everywhere at different times of the experience, the recovery process. Something that really helped me to relieve this in the moment was to be really still and not like try, like not doing anything to try and like make it stop. So it's like if I lay there and I started experiencing this, I eventually taught myself to be like, okay, here we go. I get this symptom, and it's usually when I'm like laying down about to fall asleep or as I'm waking up. So okay, here it comes, and I just watch it. I just kind of, and then if it lasts for 10 seconds, so be it. If it lasts for an hour, I probably stop paying attention to it after like 15 minutes. But I just would stay with it. I wouldn't try to resist it, and I would just shift my focus back into things that made me feel happy, things that gave me hope and inspiration, and just continue to eat well, sleep well. And that's kind of what I did to get myself eventually out of this, all of it. So I really hope that you relate to this, and this video makes you go like, oh yes, like that's it. That's exactly how I felt. Because from my experience, when I was going through it, and when I would hear a very rare person that was able to tell me these things, because back when I was going through it, not a lot of people were posting about this, and I didn't know that many people that had it. So Very rarely when I came across somebody that I talked to that had it and that they said that had the same symptoms and experience as I did, I would just like be like so relieved. So I just thought that would be really great if my video can do that for you. So anyways, I hope it did that for you. If you have more questions on it, continue to shoot them in my comment. I will get to them. I pretty much get to every one of my comment. My channel isn't that big yet, so I pretty much have time to get to everybody's comment and questions. So don't worry, keep posting them. Email me at iamjadenchristopher@gmail.com. That's my direct email now. I've set that up for questions about anything on my channel or inquiries. I am setting up one-on-one interviews with those who have contacted me that is having this exact thing and they would like to share their story with me on my channel for all you guys. So feel free to comment and let me know some questions that you would like me to ask the people that I'm going to be interviewing on adrenal fatigue, anxiety, and hormonal imbalance. Okay, I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.